really hoping that you're not using this as a how-to video, because that really is not my intention. I just want to show my struggles. So I've been putting this off, but I'm finally gonna get around to doing the headlights. As you can see, these headlights are not OEM, so I am going to remove them. These are the ones that I'm about to put on. The OEM ones aren't perfect. Obviously, they're used. They got what, like 16 years on them. I was gonna do like some headlight restoration kits on both of the new ones. I think I'm just gonna wait until they get as bad as these up here. I feel like once you start restoring them and all that, then they're just more prone to getting worse quicker. All right, so if you're gonna remove the headlights or fix them or whatever, you're gonna need a Phillips head screwdriver, a 10mm socket, that is a must, and you'll see why. An extender, I have a 10-inch extender here. Some hex keys. I think you only need the 1/8 one or the 532. I don't remember. And that's for the front grille. I have this like bumper tabs remover thing. Couldn't really use it on the bottom part. The car is too low. So if you do end up picking up one of these, like I'd recommend getting one that is a little bit flatter. But that's actually another thing. Once I removed all the bumper tabs, I decided to not completely remove the front bumper. So that was kind of a waste. Up here, you're gonna remove 5 tabs. This one here, this one here, then this one, and right here. You're doing that so that you can remove this cover. Once you remove the cover, take your hex key and remove the bolts. For some reason, I was missing this bolt on this side. Whatever, I'm sure that's pretty common with these cars, like missing bolts. I came across a few weird things when I did this, so I wish I could say that I have jack stands or something to raise this car, but I don't. So there really is gonna be like no space for me, and this tool is probably not gonna be good. Let me see. Maybe. Okay, so it should just be a matter now of removing this screw. There's one on the right side and then there's one on the left side, and then I should just be able to take this off. And this is my quote-unquote diagram that I have of how I took everything off. So hopefully no one kicks this over, because that's gonna cause problems. I should be able to take this fender off now. Not sure if... Nope, there we go. Okay. I ended up having to get my hand in here and kind of just pushing it out. I like to be gentle, so again, I was afraid that I was just gonna push on it too aggressively and just end up just pulling somewhere where I shouldn't have been. So for some reason, this is still grabbing onto something even though I took all the clips off. Alright, so I obviously didn't account for the fog lights. Okay, I hope that's what was holding it back. There you go. Alright, hopefully that's it. Oh no. Alright, so I did miss 2 clips, I think. I didn't actually have a 10mm socket. I had to run over to my in-laws. He let me borrow one. Definitely need one to remove the 4 screws that are up on top. And then once you do that, then you can really get going on the headlights. There is one more screw down there. I got this 10-inch extender. Hopefully it's long enough. It should be. For some reason, this is still clamped on, and I couldn't just get it completely off. So I figured I'd just leave it on and kind of just work around it, because I don't need it to completely be off. Extender. Okay. There's my extender. I have it going straight right underneath the little headlight bracket, and it's going straight across. If I move the phone, I can get a better shot of it. But let's see if it's right underneath the headlight bracket. Yeah, definitely not the easiest thing. Alright, so it looks like I missed one more on the bracket for the headlight. I wonder if this was replaced or something. I mean, I can't really see, so who knows. So I took this one off by accident, and I should have been taking this one off. Yeah. Don't do this in the dark. For sure, I'm just gonna take that bolt off and then leave the rest for tomorrow. Alright, so here I go again. Should just be a matter of pulling this out. This is probably where having this completely off would have been a little bit easier. Okay. Alright, I got it. Oh, dang, another freaking bolt. Okay. Well, I'll take that off in a sec. Alright, so I just want to show you real quick why I was struggling so much. So this is some sort of attachment that was plugged into the original headlight thing. That's where this bulb came out from, and this is what I was struggling with. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to take this whole thing off or what. And then for comparison, I grabbed the OEM one, and I see like it's just a regular bulb. So I was like, what the heck? I'm like, is this the knockoff or what? It seems like this is what like the eBay headlights come with, like the HID whatever. So I'm guessing maybe this came along with this. I don't know, but anyways, it seems like I can just unplug this, clip this off, and remove this. So it might be even better, like a lot less crap here. I'm gonna try and get to the passenger one and then remove this and get right back on it. Now I just gotta work backwards. So I gotta put the bracket back on, 10mm screw. I'm really hoping that you're not using this as a how-to video, because that really is not my intention. I just want to show my struggles. So this does have like a little bit of a guidance, little tab thing that actually holds, so like you kind of know where this belongs. And then on this side, it was already on this one, so I just left it, and there's a little tab right here. So hopefully it's the same, and I don't need to mess with it any more than that. And this one already had this bulb, so hopefully hopefully it's still good. All right, so close. I should check that these lights turn on first before I do anything else, because that would be the worst. Okay, so you already know I'm just gonna do everything in reverse to get everything back on. And I gotta make sure to plug those fog lights back in. Don't need to be forgetting that. Once I'm done, I'll show the after of what that looks like. I literally had everything back on, and then I realized that I forgot to put the little bumper like padding that is right underneath this. I don't think I showed it, but anyways, I had everything back on, then I had to take everything back off just so I could slide that back in there. This headlight, I mean, it's not a perfect fit, and that's probably has something to do with the way I put in the bracket or whatever, but it is a much better fit than the aftermarket headlights that were on here. I personally also really like the orange. I feel like it breaks everything up, and then the black outline versus the other one that was all white and clear. This one's a little bit closer of like a good exact fit. This wasn't supposed to be a how-to video. This was more of a watch me mess this up video, and I did have a lot of struggles. All of this to just get some OEM headlights back on this car. Yep, I think it was worth it. I really like the look versus what was on there. I probably should have done the headlight restore, but oh well. They're not as bad as the other ones were, so I'm just kind of gonna let it be and take care of them once they get worse. I do have the OEM wheels for this car. That's not gonna be next. It's gonna be at some point. Looks good. I don't hate it.